Generation X. In general terms, those born between 1965 and 1980. Latchkey kids. Independent. Existentialism. Modern philosophy focusing on personal experience, human ability, and responsibility in an otherwise meaningless universe. We're the cause. This is the effect. We're the Gen Existentialists. Welcome into the Gen Existentialist podcast. My name is Scott.
And I'm Bunny.
And we are here to wish you a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, or, as our topic today says, Merry Crisis and Nostalgic New Year.
Well, there you go.
That's what we're talking about this week. It is our Christmas special. And basically our take is this. We want to answer the question, why do the holidays hit so hard for Gen X? It seems like everything is equal parts comfort, chaos, and reruns. And it's just emotional programming disguised as happiness. It's shiny and it's silver and there are bells ringing, but it's actually catastrophic and kind of weird. Bunny, from your perspective, Merry Crisis, Nostalgic New Year, how do you view the holidays right now?
I won't put my own spin on this because I just want to say, I think the holidays, here's something you talk about. Why is it hit Gen X so hard? Because it's equal parts crisis and equal parts chaos and equal parts, Christmas magic and all that. That's the thing. I think that has hit every generation before us and will continue to hit every generation ahead of us.
Yeah.
Because Christmas magic isn't magic. It's two parents or two people who love you or a person who loves you going the extra mile, working the extra hours, putting things away on layaway, getting up in the middle of the night when you're asleep to wrap presents for you and to make Christmas magic. I mean, parents are Christmas magic.
I can't disagree with that.
So that's the end of our show, folks, tonight.
But see, from that perspective, because you have that as a child, as you grow up, though, how do you translate that? Because we're force-fed the music and the trees and the lights and all the different stuff. And it can also be a real downer.
Sure.
Like if you're prone to depression, sometimes there's no worse time of year than the holidays. And I kind of feel that way.
People will find any excuse to be depressed.
I think because once you get to a certain age, gift giving is like, if I find something in a shop that I think my wife is going to like, I'm very apt to just buy it and give it to her.
Sure.
I don't wait for a holiday or tuck it away for her birthday or for Christmas or anything like that. Like, for example, and I don't have it yet, but I bought something for you.
Oh, no.
And it has nothing to do...
Here comes the obligations, folks.
And see, that's the other weird thing. And I'm glad you brought that up because that's where I wanted to go.
All right.
It was something I saw and I laughed at and I went, I want that. And you know who else would love this? Would be Bunny.
Right.
So I bought two of them.
Oh, well, thank you.
And it was just one of those things. As soon as I get it, I'm going to give it to you. I'm not going to wait until Christmas or anything like that. But that's what I'm apt to do. If I see something that I think somebody's going to like, I'm just going to do that.
Well, thank you very much for a surprise present.
I mean, you may hate it. So who knows? Don't thank me yet. But it's kind of one of those things. So how do we translate that for ourselves? How do we do Christmas in a way that makes sense? Because like for my family, and it shrunk like with the passings of my grandparents and other members of the family and things like that, to the point where getting gifts for everybody doesn't make sense anymore. And a few years ago, and I was hoping this was heading in the right direction, we started saying, okay, we've got a dollar amount limit. We're doing gift cards, and that's it. That never happened. Multiple people kept buying other gifts along with the gift cards.
Sure.
I was kind of hoping that it would go the gift card route so that I could, after a year or two, make the logical statement that all we're doing is trading money. Why don't we just stop altogether? Mm-hmm. Which would be perfect, because as much as I love the idea of somebody thinking about me and getting me something, I'm always appreciative of it. That's not why I want to get together with my family around Christmas.
Sure.
You get together with the people that you dig, have a meal, talk, chat, you're good.
I think for some people, the act of buying gifts and wrapping gifts, it's a ritual, and it's a way of showing love. And this is the one time a year they get to do it, that everybody gets to do it. And it isn't just for one person. It's not a birthday or something.
Gotcha.
Or a Mother's Day or a Father's Day. This is something where I can show my love to everybody in the family.
Yeah.
And I'm going to think about them, and I'm going to buy something I just know they'll love, and really they don't. But that's another story,
Yeah.
But it's the thought that people put into their gifts.
Okay.
It's a whole experience to go Christmas shopping or Black Friday shopping or whatever it
Isn't
ends
it
up
awful?
being. I think it's awful. I used to love it when I was a kid, though. I used to get super jazzed about Christmas shopping.
Yeah. Well,
I mean, I remember by the time this episode comes out, you will have probably heard my other podcast. I have an episode coming up called The First Gift.
cool.
And it is about the first gift that I ever bought my mom for Christmas.
Awesome.
And
Plug your other podcast.
My
so
other
people
podcast is called Love Letters to Forgotten Things.
know. Yeah.
I should probably start putting it out back out on Gen Expanse. I didn't want to step on anybody's toes there.
No, you need to.
Okay. So you can find it there, any place where you find your favorite podcast. Just put in Love Letters to Forgotten Things. It's a nice short title. This shouldn't take long to type in. No, but it basically was about, it cost very little, but it cost everything I had, that I'd saved up. And it was this time where I got to go to the mall by myself, or I was let loose. And I was running around the mall all by myself as a little kid with a handful of money and some pages torn out of a Sears catalog or a JCPenney's Christmas wish book.
Yeah.
And I was looking for something just perfect for her. So I was talking to shop attendants and wandering through the women's section of JCPenney's, Sears, whatever, and forbidden places that I never go on my own willingly. But I was on a quest.
Yeah.
And that was all part of it. And I brought it home and I wrapped it myself, and she actually really liked it.
Cool.
Even though it was nothing. I mean, it was like bath salts or some coffee mug or a candle or something dumb like that. I can't even remember what the gift was, but that isn't the point.
Yeah.
The point was the ritual.
So the ritual, the action, as opposed to the actual trinket or the gift.
Yeah, that was my way of showing her that I really loved her.
Okay.
Was going to that extra mile, doing it all on my own, the money that I saved. I did the same thing for my father, but the podcast is about the one for my mom.
Yeah.
But it's that sort of, even if it's a small thing, it made you feel really big.
Yeah. Not to come off as too jaded. It's not like I dislike Christmas. I like Christmas. I like the season. Mm-hmm. As a kid, obviously, I loved it.
Oh, yeah.
Getting to go to the grandparents' houses and things like that and opening gifts was all, it was that magic that you spoke of. And I wonder, talking about nostalgia, like, is the fact that I'm so jaded to it now because it was so good then? Is it the fact that I got tired over the years of trying to remake or recreate that magic so that I just kind of gave up on it?
I think we're in a weird position because we don't have children. Neither one of our families have children. And I think the natural movement is that you become the parental Christmas magic to your children. And that carries it on. And then they become the parental magic to their children, and you become the grandparents, who are there, and you welcome them into your house, and you enjoy Christmas Eve together, or Christmas Day together.
And then you send them home.
Yes. Preferably with a loud toy, like a
drum set,
clackers, some sort of electronic gun or toy that makes a lot of beeping noises. And then you just giggle to yourself. But we don't have that. And I think that's where, I mean, you want to talk about a diminished Christmas. Everyone that used to be involved in Christmas in my world is gone.
Yeah.
It's just me and my wife.
Yeah.
So Christmas doesn't really mean as much to me. It's very melancholy. And in a lot of ways, I would love to just take a trip or do something to kind of get away from the whole thing.
So why don't you?
It never really lines up as a lot of it. That it just with our schedules and all that, it just doesn't line up. It hasn't done that in the past. And there's just, you spoke of it earlier, it's like you don't really want anything anymore. And that's the way we are too. It's like if we want something, we're privileged enough that we can just buy it.
Right.
And so we're not waiting for layaway and we're not waiting for that big special reveal. And quite honestly, the last couple of years, I've been desperately trying to get rid of stuff.
Yeah.
To pare down. So the last thing I want is more stuff, more things to put on the shelf, more books to clog up a shelf, more clothes I won't wear, things like that. It's not necessary to me anymore.
Let's turn this on its head a little bit. Because we're mixing the melancholy into the eggnog here pretty hard.
Gross.
No, eggnog is good.
That's where we differ once again. I find eggnog absolutely repulsive.
Eggnog without alcohol is good. Oh. Eggnog with alcohol is absolutely disgusting. So wrapping paper and styles of wrapping. And you have gotten gifts from me, so you know my take on this.
Yes.
For you, does the wrapping matter? And if so, what's your favorite type? Do you go for the holiday theme or some other type of theme? What's your wrapping style?
I like traditional Christmas presents wrapped in Christmas paper.
Complete with a bow?
With a bow and a little tag.
Actual bow and ribbon or the stick-on bow?
I'm more of a stick-on bow kind of guy because I like efficiency when it comes to my wrapping. My wife, on the other hand, is a ribbon girl.
Yeah.
She likes to do the full ribbon, and then she does the scissor curling with it and all that.
See, my mom did that all the time, and I found it fascinating as a kid when she would wrap other people's presents, do the ribbon and do the curly thing, and they would just come out bouncy. How did you do that? And I would try and I couldn't do it.
I have such good memories of wrapping presents on my parents' bed because it was one of those things. They had a really big bed, obviously, because it was two people, much bigger than my little shitty twin bed in my room. And I would be able to go into their room because this was you guys can go. You can go into my room and you can wrap presents, and then nobody will see you, kind of a thing. So it was a big, exciting thing because I was in my parents' bedroom, wrapping presents, doing the whole Christmas thing.
Right.
I took a lot of pride in my wrapping abilities, so it was just a good memory. That was actually my mother on her deathbed asked me what I was going to miss the most. That was it.
Yeah.
Christmas with them.
Makes sense.
So yeah, I like that. Now Scott, I think he's going to go on about I can't believe people actually pay for wrapping paper or holiday stuff. But then he turns around and uses pressed metal, which costs a lot of money.
But it's recyclable. The best wrapping paper is aluminum foil. And here's why. When you're completely uncoordinated like me, I can't do regular wrapping paper. I can't make it do what I want it to do. I can't cut it straight. I am a complete moron when it comes to wrapping presents, or I was, until I figured out, you know what? We talk about shiny things, silver bells around Christmas. Aluminum foil is shiny.
True.
And it will stay where you put it. So you can bend it into shape and actually wrap things, tape it down. It's perfect. And then you go to Staples or your local office store, you get a big pack of Sharpies, bunch of different colors, and you decorate the aluminum foil. And so it's different every time. It's perfect. And instead of throwing away the wrapping paper, which everybody always does, you just wad up Scot's wrapping, the foil, put it in your recycling, done. It's beautiful. You should love it as a fan of efficiency.
I do.
It's wonderful.
Yeah. But, with the wrapping paper, you can always just curl it up into like little, crunch it into logs and stick it in the fireplace and help as a firelighter. So
if you've got a fireplace.
This is true.
I've been a fan of aluminum foil since I started using it decades ago.
Yes, that is Scott's trademark, is aluminum foil.
Yeah, if you look under
gifts.
the tree and there's something wrapped in aluminum foil, you got a gift from me.
That's right, or a hoagie.
Santa
left you a lunch meat sandwich. Yeah.
Which would be just fine. That would be a wonderful gift.
That would be a nice gift, wouldn't it? I could go for a hoagie. Christmas hoagie.
How about holiday TV?
Oh, yeah.
Favorite movie or cartoon or stop animation show?
I'm not a huge fan of I shouldn't say holiday. I'm not a huge fan of Christmas specials or movies.
Really?
No.
Even the old ones?
Even as schmaltzy as I am, it's not a huge fan of it. I hated as a child when they would try to horn in any sort of property where they had like, it's the He-Man She-Ra Christmas special, or it's the Pac-Man
Star Wars
Christmas
special.
Oh, that was horrible. The Pac-Man and family Christmas special.
Yeah.
It's like, just stop. Don't do that. Honestly, if I had to pick one that I would enjoy watching every year, it's probably the Peanuts Christmas special. Yeah. It's short. It's to the point. And there's something that's always a little melancholy about the Peanuts.
You think
there's
so?
a hollowness. Yeah, because there's no parents. And there's just, it's always this like, that it's like they don't really exist. It's like these kids are in their own weird liminal world where
that's the best
they're just
thing
trying to
about
figure out why things are the way they are, But yeah, there's something kind of wistful about the Peanuts Christmas special that I enjoy. How about you?
For me, It's a Wonderful Life.
Okay.
If that comes on, everything stops.
Okay.
I sit down to watch until it's done.
See, I'm a huge fan of Donna Reed.
Okay.
I'd like to have her under my tree. But she's the perfect mom.
And I can't really say why. Mm-hmm. It's just, there's something about that movie, and I'm not a fan of older movies.
It's like an extended Twilight Zone episode.
It is. Yes, it really is. Like, if we could get Rod Serling back to like narrate the front and back end of it, that would be perfect.
Yeah. That
would be awesome. And I will say this too. The George C. Scott version of A Christmas Carol is prime cinema. Okay. I will also stop and watch that anytime.
Yeah, I'm never a fan of The Christmas Carol in any of its iterations, except maybe Scrooged. I was as close as I got for some reason. Yeah. They had that 80s charm to it.
It's the George C. Scott version.
Okay.
All the others, but him as Scrooge, hook, line, and sinker. Bought it completely. It's wonderful. Right. Can't get enough of that stuff. Why do you think, and getting back to like the movies and shows and stuff, because they present a very idealized version of Christmas and the holidays. Do you...
The movies, like half of them are about like suicide and death. So it's like, that's not very...
It's about learning a lesson, or it's about giving the awful little
dead
tree
friend
a
comes
home.
back to tell you about ghosts. That's terrible. What a horrible Christmas. I mean,
it all worked out in the end.
I had to throw myself in the river and kill myself.
It was a morality play. It all worked out.
Yeesh.
Do you think, like you brought up a lot of the tie-ins to different things and having the Christmas specials, was there a hope, or was it a problem that they presented such an idealized version of what Christmas, quote unquote, should be?
No, I mean, I don't see a problem with that at all. I think it's just a lazy a lazy creative's way of filling in, writing an episode of Facts of Life or whatever that you don't have to sit and put any muscle into, mental muscle
Christmas,
into.
put up a tree. And
Yeah, exactly. And have all the girls do their thing. And then, but Natalie's a Jew, so she won't celebrate Christmas with us. I don't know. Just come up with some little morality
Was Natalie
tale.
a Jew?
Yeah. She was Jewish.
I must
and
have fallen
she's Jewish
asleep.
in real life, too. So
I must have fallen asleep during that part.
Yeah, she had her Jewish Russian grandma show up or something and do a whole, when I was almost Holocausted. It's another brilliant fucking Christmas episode where we talk about more death.
I think I always tuned out after the theme song. At the beginning.
All the sitcoms gave you a Christmas special, even The Simpsons and stuff.
Was there a Webster Christmas special?
I would be hard pressed to think there wasn't, unless it was canceled before Christmas.
Yeah, there had to be.
But it's everything has a Christmas episode or a Hanukkah episode or something, and it's an easy, lazy way to write yourself out of here's a quick episode I don't have to think about.
See, I think that's a good quest.
Okay.
Like a YouTube quest or something like that for this Christmas season for everybody listening right now. Pick your favorite 80s sitcom
or pick
and
the
go
worst
back
one and go back and find it.
Or the worst one. And go back and find the Christmas episodes and rewatch them.
Yeah.
I'll bet that would be terrifying.
It'd be better than watching Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer for the 87th time in your life.
That's quite fair. Yeah, absolutely. Favorite Christmas ever?
Man, there were so many good ones. I couldn't tell you an exact year, but it was when I was a child. Obviously. There was one year, it was probably when I was 10 or 11. Mm-hmm. Just the whole thing leading up to it. We'd started a ritual where every year we'd each get to buy an ornament every year from that point on to put on the tree. So it just kept growing, the ornament collection. So, leading up to Christmas, we would go and we'd get the ornament first, and then we'd go Christmas shopping together as a family, and then we'd split up and we'd do our whole sneaking around with bags in the mall, kind of a thing, like, oh, look at my bag, that kind of thing. And, my grandparents were still there. My aunt was still there. There was still stockings.
Yeah.
It was the whole deal. We did the night before Christmas, we turned off all the lights and just let the tree lights light up the living room. And we listened to the boys' choir on the radio in the kitchen. So it was this kind of whole tradition.
Yeah.
It's good.
Cool.
And I think, you're kind of chasing that, ever since that sort of holiday thing.
Isn't that something? Do you guys put up a tree? You still put up a tree?
We do. We put one up outside now on the porch so the neighbors can enjoy it, but we don't ever have anything to put under it or anything. So
okay, because many moons ago we quit putting up a tree because of the copious amounts of cats we've got.
Yeah,
and the one time Anisha knocked it down when we lived in Georgetown, that was enough. We didn't put it back up, but we do have Napalm, the Christmas owl, that I've got out there. We put lights around him, and that's our Christmas.
You should probably
tree.
Explain that to the audience so they know what that is.
Napalm, the Christmas owl. If you have ever been in a sporting goods store and seen like an owl post topper, it's basically a deterrent for critters and stuff. It's just a plastic owl that you could put on a fence post, and it will look menacing and scare things away. I was with my dad in some sporting goods store when I was in college, and I saw the thing, and I love owls. So I'm like, $12, sure. And so I bought it. And it just stayed with me throughout. And when we had the year after the Christmas tree incident with Anisha, it was like, well, we've got all these lights, and I've got a Santa hat. Let's decorate the owl. And that's what we've been doing ever since. And his name is Napalm. That's just what I named him. So Napalm the Christmas owl is our Christmas tree.
See, now you just need to write a children's book and rake in the dough.
Yeah, right. That'll work. I don't even know where I was going with what I was about to say because you got me diverted into talking about his Napalm's origin story.
We were talking about your favorite Christmas.
Oh, favorite Christmas. All the Christmases as a kid. I can't pick a favorite.
Yeah.
But I will say probably the most memorable one was the first year that Tracy and I don't think we were married yet, but we had moved in together in our house in Georgetown. Mm-hmm. And we convinced everybody from both sides of the family to come to our house. So we didn't have to go anywhere. Everything Christmas for both sides of the family was there in that house in Georgetown. And you were at the house in Georgetown. You remember how small it was and everything. Both sides of the family in there on card tables. It was sheer chaos. And it was the best kind of chaos. It was just wonderful. It happened that one time.
Yeah.
And that's what makes it so memorable. Because it's like afterward, everybody realized this was just not a good idea. And so we never did it again. Wow. We never hosted Christmas. But it was so much fun because it was just like stuff going on everywhere. And we had just white paper on the tables with like crayons and stuff so everybody could like do holiday drawings and things. And they were just awful. It was just awful, and that made it so great.
What did you serve for this holiday party?
I don't even remember. I think we did the standard like ham and stuff, the standard Christmas thing.
Nice.
But even beyond that, like even today, every Christmas is great for the people that are still around. Getting to see them and stuff. Yeah. I miss like our little group of friends getting together for Christmases. Yeah. I think we should do that again.
Yeah, that'd be fun. But then everybody feels obligated to buy stuff.
No, that's the whole thing. When you send out the invitation, if you come in with a gift, you will be turned away at the door.
Cut your feet off.
Yeah. I mean, your presence is gift enough.
Your presence is a present.
Wah, 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 wah. Yeah. And on that note, we'll wrap things up. Have a happy holiday, my friend.
Yes, happy holidays to you and all of our listeners out there.
To all of our listeners, have a good night. This has been the Gen Existentialist Podcast. My name is Scott.
And I'm Bunny.
Merry Christmas, y'all.